Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee, and I'm here with my husband Johnny, and he's going to talk a little bit about Iran. And I'm just going to try to ask him some questions to kind of lead him down a path. Maybe you guys could chime in with some comments, and he could come back and answer more questions later on. But we're going to talk about Iran and the protests right now and what's been going on. So, Johnny, are the protests still going on in Iran?
Well,
What
first of
have you
all,
heard?
hi friends. Hope everybody is doing well. Yes, protest is going on in Iran and it's getting stronger every day as it goes. It have not slowed down at all. It's going strong.
Why do you think the media isn't covering the protests?
Media, because those countries like United States, England, France, or some other, they have an interest. They are in the middle of the negotiation, nuclear negotiation with Iran, and they're not, sure to what is going to happen, and they don't want to, put that negotiation on jeopardy by backing up Iranian demonstrators. That's that's what I think. They never admit to that, but that is one of the things. But on the other hand, if they support them and this regime goes, they don't need to negotiate, and everything is going to go away. And they're not going to make any nuclear bomb. They never want to make a nuclear bomb. But these things, I don't know.
Sometimes the thinking is, I want to deal with the devil I know, not the devil I don't know. That's.
And the other thing is that, mistake that they made when they took Shah out. Now they know that they made the biggest mistake. Shah was one of, their good allies, that he was at serving them, any which way. They took him out, they brought Khomeini, they thought Khomeini is going to be just a leader, a religion leader. And after he came over there, they figured that, that devil man. No, he was not.
Not a good puppet.
He was not puppet at all, and he went against them. And that's why, they created Iran and Iraq war to stop him, and that didn't work either. So right now they are very cautious, very cautious. Who is going to take, their place if they take him out? Who is going to be there? They're not sure. If it was overnight, everything would change.
So many people have lost their lives during these demonstrations and protests. They're just, we see so many police, they're secret police, morality police. They're just killing people, shooting into the crowds and everything. Don't these people have wives, mothers, daughters, and sisters that could actually be killed in those crowds? Why are the police, using lethal force against the population? What do you think
I
about
don't
that?
know if you all heard this or not. Iran and Hezbollah in Lebanon and Palestinians and Syrians, he got a lots of people trained over there, and they supporting that Hezbollah, Palestinians, and Syrian people. And from what I heard, couple of weeks ago or last week, they brought bunch of people from those area which they are not Iranians. They are not Iranians, and they are paid. They are paid by Iran's government to come over there and fight. And those are the ones that they speak the language. They are trained. They are speaking. Those are they're killing the people. They don't care because they're not Iranian. Iranian people, believe me, have to be really, really low to shoot, one of those Iranians, their brothers, sisters, whoever, Majority of those guys that they are doing the killing and shooting, they are the ones, hired by the government from those countries.
What about Iran's military?
Iran's military right now, they are quiet because, the government have a really tight hold on them. Like, army is supposed to be run by army, and they are for people. They announcing, and recently they killed, a couple of their high-ranking officers because they announced, they said they want to be with people. They say, we are with you. But,
Some generals or something?
yeah, something like that, And there, they got another army that it is not, army. I don't know, that they call them Sepah.
Like a militia?
Those are not militia, but those are the one that, sworn to be, loyal to regime. And they are the one that they got, some spies.
Are they Iranians?
They are Iranians, yeah. Those are Iranians, but they are in the head of all those departments. They are not turning
Aren't
their
there a
back.
lot of women serving in Iran's military?
I have no, I don't want to lie, I don't have, but they got a special group, like a commandos or something like that, that the Iranian ladies, they hire them and they train them, which I saw, some of their pictures today in internet, and they look like Chinese to me. They didn't look, honest to God. They didn't look like, Iranian at all. Couple of them, their eyes, their face wasn't covered real good. You could see, I mean, they are trimmed, they're really nice, I never seen any of them like that. Be honest, I think those are, the one also China is helping a lot this government, government of Khamenei.
But women aren't really only protesting that they have to cover themselves. Women are protesting about, how limited their rights are in Iran.
Yeah.
Like women are considered valued at half of what a man is valued
That is
at,
true,
right?
by the Sharia law, women have half a right of a man. Their inheritance. When they want to get divorced, man can go. I can go. Like tell her, I'm divorcing you, and she's divorced. I don't need to sign anything or nothing. I just front of two people, two witness. I tell them that I'm divorcing. But
Just
woman,
verbally.
just verbally. But the woman, if you want to get a divorce, you have
Has
to
to go to
hire an
court.
attorney,
Go to court.
go to the court and everything. And man over their own, when they get divorced, they don't split anything. Everything belongs to man.
Even the children.
Even the children,
The children have to be
yeah,
left with the man.
children, if they are, very little, up to some certain age, they let it to stay with mother. But, father have a right to take him anytime, And after that, they're completely, with their father.
And
That's
then, like when your father passed away and you have all your siblings were inheriting his lands and everything,
Man gets twice more than a woman.
so the brothers were getting much more than the sisters.
Yeah, brothers, getting, of course I didn't.
Yeah.
I told my sisters, that I am no better than y'all or above y'all. Whatever is that, whatever is my share is that what I divided evenly with every single
with
one of them.
with your
With my
sisters. But his
sisters.
brothers wouldn't do that.
Yeah, my brother, my two other brothers, they didn't want to do that.
They didn't have a westernized view of that.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see it like that. I'm no better than my sister. Whatever I get, they should get it equally.
So in Iran also, couples aren't allowed to date. They don't have that freedom, right?
They don't date in public and freely, but they do date. They do date, without making it obvious.
Well, that's
They-
frustrating. That's one of the
Yeah.
things people are fighting for because they don't have the freedom even
They
to
cannot go,
out on a
yeah,
date.
they cannot go on date. They cannot hold, hand in the street. You cannot do none of those things that we have here. We take it for granted.
Yeah.
They don't have none of those freedoms. They are choking them. That goes for man and woman, for both of them.
So when me and Johnny went to Iran, I was very young. I was early 20s when we went, and our kids were really little. I already had two small children with us. And Tehran traffic is a nightmare. And I remember we had to cross a busy street, and Johnny said, I don't think we have our kids with us at that time. I think we had left them, and he said, "Stay next to me and run." And I'm like, "Hold my hand," and I cannot hold your hand in public. We can't do that. You can't hold your wife's hand in public.
No,
either.
this crazy American woman, she was gonna get me killed over there.
He was going to get me killed by a car trying to run into traffic. You're taking your life in your hands to cross the street, believe me. I was like, ah. But anyway, that's interesting. Now, I know women aren't forced to marry who they don't want to. They can choose who they want
Yeah,
to marry.
they are.
and
They are.
everything.
They don't. They are this younger generation. They are completely, westernized. They westernize. They don't do something if they don't want to do. You know, they are
But men are still allowed to have multiple wives, right? I
they
mean,
do,
it's allowed.
but you know, very seldom.
Does that happen?
Very
Do
seldom.
you know anybody with multiple wives?
Not really. No, I
No.
don't know anybody. You know, between they cannot. You know, they have a hard time to handle one of them. You know, and right now, you know, no, seriously, right now, lots of people over there, younger people, they're not married, and one of the reasons that they're not married because they cannot afford it. They cannot afford to take care of wife and husband. I mean, kids. You know, pay the rent. You know, everything is
And also,
outrageous.
the man pays for the wedding, so
Yeah,
that he's
yeah.
got to have. He's got to have. In Iran, you got to have everything ready. When you're going to get married, you got to have your house ready, everything ready, right?
Yeah, you know. So, but right now,
And the husband has to pay for all the wedding. So if you're going to marry Iranian, and you don't have to worry about you paying for the wedding.
but you know, the woman have to bring all the furniture and whatever goes inside that house to fill it up, refrigerator, stove, wash machine, whatever, you know, woman have to bring it.
That's not good. That
Yeah.
doesn't sound too even.
And that's how it is. You know, I think the house is more expensive than those things.
Well, I was just telling you, I saw on the internet that women, after 40 years of not being able to attend a soccer game, in August, I think it was, they were finally allowed to attend a soccer game. And look what happened.
You give them an inch, they want to take it out.
That's right. Hey, if we can go to a soccer game.
I am 100% with Iranian woman. I really respect them. I really, truly. And this is nothing new. You know, Iranian women's always from time of Cyrus the Great. You know, they've been, you know, in the front. They've been in the front. They've been brave. You know, I mean, without
They are so brave.
Yeah, they are brave. Without woman, none of us would exist. You wouldn't be. I wouldn't be.
That's
Woman
right.
is the one that have to give a birth to us.
Yeah.
You know, so it is really, you know, we respect all the women, and that's why you see most Iranian women, you know, they have some kind of disagreement with their wife because, you know, they worship their mother, the man, you know, that they get
Oh.
married. After they get married, they always, you know, till they die, you know, they worship their mother, you know, and some of their wives, you know, they don't like it. They say, no, you should pay more attention to me than you're paying it to your mother, you know.
You know what? There was something that just came up since he said that. One of our friends were talking. She's an American lady married to Iranian, and her mother-in-law came to visit, and she loves to come and visit United States and stay in her son's home. But she has daughters living in Iran, but she will not go stay in them because this is their thinking. She's an older lady. She's, you know, probably in her 80s. She's thinking that her daughter's home belongs to the son-in-law, not to the daughter. So she's not comfortable staying there.
That is the truth, you know, according
Isn't that
to the
weird?
law over there, the house belongs, you know, to the man.
So she doesn't want to go stay with her daughter because the son-in-law owns that house. He's the man and he owns the house, and so she won't stay there. But she comes and stays for months with her son here in the United States and feels very comfortable. That was just so weird for me to hear. It seems so funny.
You all know that University of Sharif, that also is known as University of Tehran, it is one of the biggest and most important in the whole Middle East. Lots of students from them there, you know, in the past, and they got a scholarship from Harvard, you know, MIT and all those things, and they are really genius. And there is a bunch of them, they're working at NASA right now. They are NASA, they are engineer, you know, they are highly educated. And this son of a guns, you know, they went over there, they are killing them. You know, these are the...
Yeah, they have that surrounded.
Yeah, they surrounded, they killed a bunch of them and everything. You know, it is very sad. Most Iranian, believe me, you know, I'm not exaggerating. You can Google it and see. 80% the Iranian new generation women, they are highly educated. They got, you know, a BS or master degree or doctorate. They got, they are all educated. As a matter of fact, I saw it at CNN. They were saying Iranian women, the percentage of, graduate from college, it is more than anybody in the whole world, more than United States.
More than any country.
More than any country, that they are not stupid people. They are
Because they got free education?
no, they don't get, that there is some university that they have to pay high tuition. There is all kind of university, like here, you want to go Harvard, it's got a
But
high.
it's not,
You want to
there's
go,
not free college here.
There
It's
is
not
some
free.
of them over there free. There are some of them free, and the high school, middle school, elementary, they are all free. It was free from the Shah's time, and I believe it is free right now too. But when you go to university, you have to take a test and pass the test before you enter to the university. And when you go over there, it depends, what university.
What about
you go.
healthcare? Is healthcare free?
Healthcare is not free, but they got, some government people, teachers and
Assistance?
everything. They have, insurance,
But they
health
have
insurance.
some kind of government
They
assistance.
got some government assistance, but it's a really low rank, not some like that.
You don't get good healthcare
You
from
don't
it?
get, you just get, very basic. But if you want a good care, somebody needs a kidney transplant, heart surgery, or something like that,
You have to have
Iranian doctors are very, very good. Even here in United States, some of my doctors, that I see specialists, they are Iranian, and they are awesome. They are very, very good and knowledgeable, and they have to pay for those. Those are not free over there,
Would
and
you,
very expensive.
what, do you think that Iran is a corrupt country?
Very corrupt country.
Why do you say that?
Oh, over there, money talks, BS walks. A few years ago, I went to Iran. My when we go over there, I'm dual citizen. Iranian, I have to have Iranian passport and American passport. I travel through Europe and everything up to point that I'm entering to Iran. When I enter to Iran, I have to present my Iranian passport, and they know, we are dual citizen, they don't have any problem. But, I had, 30 days my passport to be expired. My brother told me, no, let's go here, the passport department. They can change it for you in 2 days, it's no big deal. I said, okay, we'll go. I went over there and give my passport to the guy and say, no, come back in 2 days, be ready. After 2 days, I went over there. So I'm sorry, it was the holidays, we didn't work on it. Come back in 2 more days. 2 more days, I go, shit, he's coming up with some alibi. And I had few days left, I have to leave the country. So I have a friend that he was connected, with that area, with that passport department.
It's all about who you know, huh?
Yeah, who you know. It was my cousin. I called him and say, so and so, it is. They say, okay, I'll come over there and go with you. He came over there and went with me to the head of the passport department. They were friends. And that guy came over there and told the guy, what happened to Mr. So-and-so's passport? How comes not? Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm looking around. Oh, I dropped it by mistake, my hand hit on it, it's in the trash can, So you son of a gun, it's in the trash can. He said, take it out and fix it right now. We are going to have a cup of tea and I'll be ready by then. And I brought, and my cousin that he took me over there, he said, when you give him the passport, if you put the $50 in there, in between the passport, he would give it to you right away. They are that corrupt,
He was waiting for his tip.
Yeah,
huh?
he didn't see any money, and he said, I'm American. He said, hell, man,
Got some money?
we need to get some.
Send it over here.
And that is the small part, there's
Yeah. That
everywhere.
affected you.
You go to the judge, you go, to the, whoever you go, there is no justice department over there. All the small laws, handling it, they are all corrupted.
Is the internet still out over there?
Yeah, it's out very, very maybe 1% of population. Somehow they have it. I don't know
It's weird.
how. I have a relative that she's a what do you call it? The animal doctor.
That
Vet. She's a vet. She's a vet, and she got a little baby, 1.5 years old. She wanna leave country, and she's wealthy. She got everything, She
She's a
got a good.
doctor. Why would she
She's
want to
a
leave?
she's a doctor, and she said, I don't want my daughter to grow up to be in this society. I want my daughter have opportunity. Can you help me to move to United States? I said, I'll check it to see, what can we do.
She would be giving up so much.
Yeah, she's giving up, the whole entire life that she have. I said, I don't know, I don't know how can I help you, that
Yeah.
you go, apply for asylum, or something like that. If they take you, I said, no, right now, they got an immigration problem here. I don't know, unless somebody with a solid everything can, sponsor you
Yeah.
to come here. There is a tons of them, lots of people like that they wanna leave to go, not only themselves, their kids to have a better life, to grow in a better society.
And for the LGBT community, if you're thinking about, traveling to Iran, you might want to think again, because homosexuality is forbidden, and it carries the death penalty with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't seen anybody to get killed for it,
What do they do?
but they do, they say, okay, if you are a woman, wanna be a man, we pay you, to
They change the sex?
change the
Oh,
sex.
that's where you get your
And the
sex
government pays for it.
And the man to be a woman?
Yeah, man to be a woman. They say, no, but don't be homosexual. Don't be homosexual.
If we want you to use the equipment in the right way.
Yeah. But,
They want to get into your business. All right, so we got some, can you believe it's October, Halloween's about to come up, we got Christmas coming, so a bunch of holidays are coming soon. Do Iranians celebrate Halloween?
yes, I mean, recently they start, following American, and we have, something, but it's not Halloween. They call it Mehregan. Mehregan, the one that in next weekend we're gonna have it here. That is something like, the fall
The
celebration.
fall festival?
Fall festival.
But
yeah.
they are going door to door and doing Halloween, huh? Costumes.
We
and
do
stuff.
that costume. We go do, we do it in our fire party.
I
They,
know, but
yeah,
they are celebrating Halloween.
yeah, they are celebrating Halloween. Yeah,
Yeah.
they do. Right now, like I said, this new generation
Yeah.
is different from we were over there. We didn't
What
even know
about
what
Christmas?
Halloween.
Do they celebrate
Oh
Christmas?
yeah, Christmas. They always. There's a big population of Christians lives in Iran and in Tehran and Isfahan, Shiraz, those big cities. They live, and they never bother them. We call them Armenian. They are Christian,
Yeah.
but they are from Armenia or something like that. They live, they celebrate, some Iranian people, the Muslim people, they join them all the time.
When
You
you were young and in Iran, did you ever see a Christmas tree?
Yeah, bunch of them. They would sell it in the street.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder if they still sell Christmas trees
Yeah, they
now.
do. I know they do.
They do?
Yeah, my dad had lots of Christian people, real good friend, and also Jewish. You've seen it, that my dad's friend, that Jewish one, Dr. Margarefte and everything, or Ibrahim. These are all Jewish, they're like a brother, Never had any problem with any of them, And
And one of the other celebrations for winter that they do is
it's a Yalda, night of Yalda. That is the longest night in the year, That's a Yalda night. I believe, that's a first night of the winter.
right.
First night of the winter, and they get together, all the family, cousins, aunts, uncle, friends. They bring, some food, share it together, sing, dance, tell the stories,
Iranians will find anything to celebrate
Yeah.
about.
They're happy. They are happy people.
So when
Really.
they're celebrating, do they drink alcohol?
Yes,
I
alcohol.
thought alcohol's forbidden.
Forbidden outside of the house. Nobody sells it. There is no bar. There is no club. But every house you go, you saw it yourself when we went. In that thing, every house you go, since we came from United States, they think, man, we are an alcoholic, we are a drinker. They bring a bottle of Johnny Walker, bottle, Jack Daniel, and wine, and drink. So we don't drink. What the hell do you mean you don't drink? You came from America.
That was we were only there like maybe our second night there, and I was in a strange place, and I don't drink strong alcohol like that. I don't. But they put that Johnny Walker. They want a drink, and I went, yeah, I do. Settle my nerves down, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
you can find anything you wanted, You might not find it, you bar to go or dancing club go or those things, but whatever you want, the best of them is over there. You got money to buy it, it's there.
so what's the biggest celebration in Iran?
Nowruz. It's a Nowruz, the Iranian New Year. It starts the first day of spring and goes for 13 days. And in that 13 days, all the schools are closed, and 5 days, all the offices and everything is closed too.
And at the end of it, it ends with a picnic.
Yeah, end of the 13 days, everybody go outside of the house. They have to go outside in something, a picnic.
It's going to be a cold picnic in March in Iran.
Yeah, but they do, they go, and celebrate there, and they
Yeah.
start a new life, new year.
Because sometimes it's, even here in South Texas, it's cold on the picnic
Yeah,
day.
sometime over there it's just snowing or something like that.
I can only imagine, yeah.
It is cold. That's good anyway,
So do you miss having Nowruz in Iran with your family?
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe, it is now, after this Republic of Islamic Republic took over. It's never been the same, because I talk to my brothers and sisters, because they are not, people, they are not, that open anymore.
What do you remember about when you were a child, when you're celebrating Nowruz? What was the exciting thing? I mean,
The
did y'all get gifts? What
Yeah,
what
the
would happen?
exciting thing is that, for New Year's, before New Year's, of course, our parent, that's a custom over there. They have to buy you brand new clothing from head to toe, your suit, shirt, underwear, pants, socks, shoe, I mean, everything. And that day, first day, you have to wear your new clothes. And and there's a thing that they give you a gift. And the gift over there is not toy or something like that. They give you money. They give you crisp money, which I'm trying, to do this, to do that here with my grandchildren. Every year in Nowruz, when they come, to see me, I give everyone, I go back get some crisp bills and give it to them. And that's really important. And the first one in the morning, oh yeah, the certain time of that year, spring, that it changes. And everybody sits, they have a table, they sit it, they call it half seen. That, they sit it and everybody sits around that table, they do a prayer, for us, it was my mom, my dad, and my brother and sisters. They would sit over there, and they would, when it year changes, turns over, we get up, kiss my dad's hand, my mom's, they kiss us, and they give us a gift, and it depends what time of day is that. And after that, we have to go, start visiting, the eldest in the family. If it's your aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, you go, during these 13 days, you have to go visit everybody. And they return the visit to you too, over. And it's a very nice custom, very, very beautiful custom.
I remember a story that you told me one time about when you got a suit and you went and played in your suit.
Yeah, I got, I was so excited. First day of the new year. My dad, he always would take us, to the tailor. He never would buy us, already made suit. He would take us, a couple of months before New Year's, me and my brothers to the tailor. They fit us and everything, nice suit. And that year, he bought me some very nice material, like, a British wool or something like that. It was real nice. And the first day, that, we got a little bit ball as a gift, we were playing soccer, and I felt that and I put a big hole on my knee. I was crying, came home, I was crying, my mother, of course, they told me off, everybody, why do you go play, with that suit, why don't you put different kind of pants or short, to go play, you want to play soccer, That's one memory always stuck with
She
me.
mended it for you, right?
Yeah, she fixed it for me,
She mended it.
and everything. God bless her soul,
Aw.
She was good.
Yeah, your mom passed away when you were 13, right?
Yeah, she was 31 years old.
Yeah.
Herself, she was 31 years old.
So you were saying your mom, she didn't like cover herself.
No, she didn't. You see it in
Only
her.
the grandmothers.
Yeah, you see it in her pictures.
Not your sisters didn't cover
My
themselves
sister,
before the revolution.
nobody before revolution, nobody. We were. My family was very liberal. They were not. But it wasn't. There was a lots of women. They would cover themselves. By their choice.
Right.
Not that they have to. But their choice. And you won't be. Shocked to see if somebody not wearing cover or somebody is wearing cover, because it was normal. Do whatever you want to do.
So what do you miss most about Iran?
I miss the thing. When I was over there, the freedom we had. We could get up and go do anything what we want. Especially when I was teenager, I got graduate from, not graduate. I was going to college still. I have several cousins that we were really close, almost the same age, and like a brother, and they would call 12 o'clock at night. They called, Johnny, get ready, we are coming to pick you up, we are going to Caspian Sea, or we are going to Isfahan or Shiraz. Those are very nice cities. So, okay, I'll be ready in 10 minutes, come and pick me up. It was, we would do, we didn't have no curfew, no limitation or nothing. Everything was safe. We were not afraid, to be robbed, or to somebody attack us or anything, you could do, I was, I'll tell you all something, you might think it's crazy. I was 9 years old. My dad, till he gets 55 years old, he would drink and he would do whatever he pleases him. And there was a small, like liquor store. There was some Armenian lady was running that. It was in our neighborhood. My dad sometimes would come over there and say, hey, Johnny, take this money, go over there to that lady and get, a couple of bottles of beer and bring it. And just he would tell me the brand that he would go over there, 7, 8 years old, 9 years old. I buy beer for him and bring it home. And after he got, 55 years old, he all of a sudden turned to be a religious person. He went to Mecca and everything. I wouldn't, believe 100%, in my heart that he became religion. He is real, what he's pretending. I think he was afraid, let me do it in case there is a hell and heaven.
He was afraid. He was afraid of going to hell. He wanted to go to heaven.
Yeah.
So he had to fix it up.
This, when you hear that it's impossible here, you send 7 years old kid, to go buy you a beer.
Well, I remember my sister used to go buy cigarettes for my mother until they finally didn't let them anymore. But I remember her, even my mother sent her into a bar to buy cigarettes for her that were close to our house. And I was like, she told me to go in there one day and I was like, I wouldn't do it. I'm always a scaredy cat. But,
anyway, any of you, if you all got any kind of question that I can answer it, send it to us. I'll be more than happy to answer you. And if I don't know it, I will research it and I'll give you a correct answer. I will give, but the other thing, Iranian people, they always liked American people. Nobody replaced, believe me, the love of American people. Not British, not German, nobody, seriously. And that is the, that's the truth, Still, you go, they have a really, really high value and love for the American people.
when I went there, I was treated very nicely by everybody. I really was.
They were,
There was no problems at all.
Yeah, everybody would. Her mother, I would say, she would try to stop her from going. They're gonna over there, they're gonna take you as a hostage. Don't go there. And I said, they won't take you hostage.
She was afraid.
She was afraid, of course, she was a mother.
He said that all they got to do is talk to you for 5 minutes, and they won't want to keep you. Right?
Yep, that's what I said. I said, they'll pay you something to get the hell out of there.
So, So what I'm getting from my guides, what I saw was that this is kind of weird, but it looks like, you know, those officials, those Iranian officials like the mullahs, I see them like this linking, they're linking the arms together. They're all coming around and linking arms and trying to like form a wall of protection around themselves. They're trying to protect themselves. So they're worried about their own interest. Um, they're becoming fearful, basically. And they're talking and making plans, and I think this is an exit strategy, that if it comes to it that they may have to flee, they want to make sure that they have a way to get out of there, you know, without getting captured or something. So that's what I'm seeing.
I want to ask you all, I really appreciate you all sitting here or there and listening to us, you know. It's very really important. This is a woman revolution. And this is, you know, they're trying for their freedom. They are getting killed and everything. I mean, if you can support them, your voice, through your congressman, through your senator, let them to pay attention to them. Unfortunately, none of the media here. We had so much demonstration here. They had we had here last weekend in San Antonio. They had in Houston. They had in Dallas.
All major cities, I think.
Los Angeles, 20,000 people. 20, Vancouver, 50,000 Iranian people on the street. New York, the same. All the major cities. Did you all see one media to show what's going on? No, they didn't.
It's just people,
Just people, you know,
yeah, with their phones taking pictures and
they're
sending
taking
it.
picture
So,
and we are, you know, putting in the media and letting the
yeah.
other people know. And please, you know, support the Iranian woman. You all are, some of you all are that, you know, woman. You know how important is that. There is no difference between you and them, you know. You all got, you know, same blood, you know, running through your
It
veins.
just feels like there's a referendum on women right now, because women are being scrutinized in all countries in all ways, not only in Iran but here
You
too.
know, how do
Our
you,
rights are being taken away
yes,
here.
how do you, I don't know, I'm not, you know, going, you know, after, you know, parties, but how do you feel, you know, when they come and tell you what to do with your body? You don't like that. You don't like that one, you know, to tell you what to do, how to handle your body, make a decision for you. The same thing over there, you know. So we, all the women, you know, they need, you know, to support each other. And Iranian mans over there, they are, you know, supporting what they are the one that they are going and getting killed. They are, you know, the younger people, the young, you know, as the youngest one I saw got killed, it was 14 years old. I saw the show, you know, his body that was shot in the street, you
I
know.
thought there was some like 5-year-old kid that got shot too.
I didn't see that one, so I
saw
cannot
it.
verify.
Oh, I
But, you
saw it
know,
on.
I saw 14 years old that he was one of the demonstrators. You know, they got, the girls are going right now, you know, the high school kids, high school girls more than anybody else. Anybody else, you know, they are out over there and they are demonstrating, you know.
So we need to have a blue wave in November, everybody on the midterms. Voting blue.
You know,
Voting for that, because you're voting for women's rights and we don't want them taken away. So
woman, vote for your right, and also support the other woman's right to support it. You know, support it. You know, we don't understand why no CNN, no MSNBC, no nobody. You know, that go, you know, to start reporting any of this demonstration. I don't believe you all had the demonstration that, and it wasn't only in United States. The same day, they had it all
Worldwide.
over, worldwide.
it was International Women's
That was
Day.
International Women's Day. They had it in London, Paris, Rome, everywhere. You know, in Madrid, everywhere except Moscow. Moscow, they didn't have it.
Women are very powerful, and that makes many people fearful.
Fearful, exactly. You know,
They're fearful of the
they
women.
are they
Women
are
can be
the
in power.
they are the nuclear bomb. You don't want them
We're
to
gonna
get
come and get you.
explode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. If you have any comments, you know what to do. Comment down below. Also, you guys, I'm still doing readings and healing sessions. If you need a healing session, or if you have a friend or family member, just email me and I'll put them on my list for healing sessions. I love to do that for people, and it is helpful, right?
Yeah.
It's helped
Yes.
you. Yeah.
Always, you know, it is
Yeah.
helpful. And thank you for listening to us. And I hope I could give you right information about what's going on over there. And again, if you have any question, please
Comment
don't
below.
hesitate.
Yeah, comment below, and we'll
ask
get back with them.
question, you know.
I'll make him come back on here.
Yeah.
It's like pulling teeth, but I can do it.
No, please, I
He's just
appreciate
such a busy man. He has a busy schedule, and I'm like,
I
come on,
appreciate
come
it.
on. So
Yeah.
he finally came on with me, and I appreciate it. Thank you, honey. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
You all have a great day wherever you're at.
Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Love you guys. Talk to you again soon.
Adopt a couple of Iranian people that they want to come here.
That'll be
Take
hard
care.
too.
You all take care.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.